엄마는 어디 가셨어?
엄마는 이제 할머니
아침이지 지금.
It's cool stuff.
사진 찍었었거든.
Sealed. Alright, so for all that down there, I paid $45 and they're in fantastic shape, excellent condition, and it's at this yard sale here. Hope you guys like my beautiful bedspread there. But I got this, I want to say thank you to Retro Madness. He's always hooking it up. I appreciate it, man. He snagged something that I couldn't because times are tough right now and I got to watch my funds. But he ended up snagging this for me. Cult of Lamb, the deluxe edition. I think it has a steel book. Doesn't show what it has in it, but I'll be playing it on the Switch though, keeping this sealed. But shout out to Retro Madness. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Good stuff. And then I got another package from GameFly. I gotta thank Gat Cognac because he always tells me don't be slipping on GameFly, you know. And I didn't, and this was like, I think it was like $10 or $12, so I grabbed this. They're always in great condition. I don't know if that's a code. Yeah, it's a code, but I'll probably use it before. And then 41 hours, which I saw this, and it looked kind of different. This was like $25 altogether, you know. But I purchased this a while ago. It took them a while to send it to me. But 3 PS5 games, pretty cool. And again, thanks to Retro Madness. Appreciate it, man. Grandma came over and Eli wanted to show Grandma his abilities to play video games. My friend Pedro. Pretty awesome. Thanks, Grandma, for coming by. I would like to give a shout out to Dave and his Death Beanie. I think that's his channel. Me and Dave were friends back. Well, we're still friends. But yeah, we used to kick it a lot back in the day. He used to come over here with the Outlawed One, and we had our own little channel where we reviewed movies and somewhat games and stuff like that. It didn't really take off, so we kind of stopped doing it, and Dave ended up moving away. So, but Dave and his Death Beanie, he does like videos of games, and he makes them into his own movies, which is pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out, check him out. Yeah, so shout out to Dave and his Death Beanie. Hi, everybody! Like to welcome you back to the 5th day challenge of spending all the money that I can on ridiculous video games. We don't do challenges on this channel. We just get stuff and show you guys. So this I saw on a channel and I didn't know it existed and I wanted to grab it. It is called Internights. It looks really cool. So I don't know if I'll be popping that open or not. Might keep it sealed, but from what I saw on videos, it looks really cool. I wanted to show this. I wanted to say thank you to Retro Madness for hooking it up. He got me the Cult of Lamb Deluxe Edition. So I'm not sure if you guys ever played this before, but it looked fun. I have it on the Switch as well, but I have the standard edition, so I'm going to be popping that in and playing it that way. The next one was 41 Hours I got at GameFly. And this was like $14. This is a GS2 published game. First-person shooter that follows Ethan in search of his lost wife. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. Yeah, but I couldn't beat that. They have a ridiculous sale on GameFly. Another one I think I got from GameFly, this was $14.99. It was Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. If you look right now at GameStop, this is $39.99. I think used it's $34. But looks awesome. I'd like to say, hey, hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving and spent good time with the family and you had some good food. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on the PS4. I copped this at GameStop. I believe it was $10. And I did the in-store pickup, so I got $5 off my total order, I think it was. The reason why I picked this up, I actually have it on the PS5 already, I wanted to play co-op with my son if we ever get to it, as well as I got the little collector's edition, and I kind of wanted to display it with the PS4 because I have a little bit more room. Next, this was part of that order in, buy two, get one free. Rule the Night, control a deeper, darker fighting experience from the makers of Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. It looks like a fighting game. It is called Under Night in Birth. Never heard of it. Something new to me. So this one was the buy two, get one free at GameStop as well. This came with some extra little poster cards or a poster, but it is the Shemamumu 1 and 2. I have the third one. I think I got that in a couple videos back, so now I got all three, which that's going to be cool to add in. I don't think it was on Gaming Off the Grid. I think it was on somewhere else. I've seen this. Valfaris. I don't know. I like those Metrovania type of shooters, run and gun shooters. If you guys haven't seen this or checked this out, I definitely would check it out. I was playing this on the PlayStation Portal. Obviously, it's not that powerful of a game, so it's probably not going to take that much data to run it, stream it from your Vita, or from your Portal to your PS5. So, yeah, I was having fun with this. I also started Hunt Down, and I played probably, and right now it's only $6 on the Nintendo Store eShop. So I would cop that as soon as you can. Shout out to my homie Chris for letting me know about that. But yeah, so it looks like I got a sealed copy. I'm going to keep sealed, and I got the digital version for $6. This I got for $14.99 with my GS hookup, Death or Treat. I thought it would be pretty cool to have. You know, I remember this game on the PSP. I think it was Death Jr. And you play as a little Grim Reaper kid dude, and you're running around and stuff. This kind of reminds me of it, and it's like a Metrovania type of game as well. This is probably going to stay sealed. I don't think I'm going to open this, but I got this for $19.99. Don't ask how, but I did. Sword Art Online, the last recollection, I think it says. So this right now is in retail stores for $59.99, but I got it for $19.99 plus tax, of course. And then I don't know about this double dipping crap, man. I'm always double dipping here, but I had to get it for the PS5 because Metal Gear was born on the PlayStation, you know? So, well, not really. Metal Gear Solid was born on the PlayStation. And Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, probably one of the best stealth action games ever made. I did get it on the Switch. I haven't even popped that open yet. I haven't popped this open yet. The Switch, you have a required download. But on the PS5 version, I believe it's all on the disc. So, I don't know which one I'm going to open. Haven't really decided that yet. And then you saw that yard sale come up. I paid $45 for all that stuff. All that stuff's probably going to be flipped except for this right here. And it is completely sealed. So that will be added in to the collection of the Wii stuff. It doesn't have that much value, but hey, if I can hold on to a sealed Wii game, I might as well do it, you know. Now on to some Switch stuff. I saw these at GameStop, and I took advantage of the buy two, get one again. I know these are kind of somewhat rare. I know the first one of this one is rare, but two is kind of hard to find now, so snagged it. Dragon Quest Builders 2. I had this for a long time. I think ever since Dragon Quest 2 or Builders 2 launched, and I held on to it, and I kept it like with the Switch stuff, like display stuff. And so now I have, I guess, the pre-order bonus that came with that. There it is there. Inner artwork, reversible artwork on there, which was cool. That was $34. I used some trade stuff. I ended up paying like, I think it was like $35 or $40 out of pocket. It wasn't that much. And then I had the Ori separate for the Switch when they first came out. The beginning of the Blind Forest, actually, man, that was a hard one to swallow. But I got about maybe a quarter of the way through the Blind Forest, but I haven't like went back. So I know that the Ori collection has both games on cart with all DLC. So I wanted to try to snag that before it was too late. And this is the Ori collection. It has Ori the Blind Forest and Ori the Will of the Wisps. If you haven't played this game, your guys are missing out. This is a treat for sure. It was originally an Xbox exclusive, and then I guess Microsoft or whatever studios allowed them to put it on to the Switch. Yeah, it says it right there. Xbox Game Studios. If you haven't played the Ori collection, definitely check it out. And then the last one in the buy two, get one free was Galgun 2. I recently got some like Galgun Reloaded or something like that. I can't remember on the Switch, but I know this is probably going to go up in value here. I figured this is probably going to be one of those titles that people look for later on. And so I grabbed that. And then the last two here, Jack and Genie, I think it is. I ended up getting this for $14, but it's still like $40, I think. It looks pretty cool. I think it was the last copy they had. I've never heard of this or even thought about playing it, I guess. But I think it's like a rhythm game / storytelling. I don't know. Adding that in. And then finally, you know, for Christmas, I had to get the kids the Grinch. And I snagged it on the Switch. I have a feeling this is one of those holiday games later on in time that is going to go up in value. It did come out for the Xbox, the Switch, and the PS5. I believe the 4 as well. But I don't know. I have this weird feeling with this game. I think there's going to be some value in it later on. Will they release it next Christmas or part 2 or, you know? So never even thought this would exist. I saw it and figured I'd just snag it up. And I keep growing, and I appreciate you guys being on the channel and watching my stuff. I'm at like 140, I think, or 139 subscribers. I didn't even thought I'd make it to 100, so I really appreciate it. I don't really do those kind of challenge things on my channel. I see other people do it, and I'm like, I mean, they're just gonna see what I'm getting anyway. I mean, there's Cody with a K, I think he's doing like a $10,000 challenge. He's trying to get a $10,000 game collection without having to pay anything, pretty much, which is a pretty cool challenge. But I already got all that, you know what I mean? There's more than 10 grand over here. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to start over on any of this stuff. So I just leave it how it is. And, you know, I'm not buying out conventions or going to conventions and finding things at, you know, other places. I truly game hunt on my channel. I really look at yard sales and thrift stores. For current gen stuff, I go to stores, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I look at GameStop, I look at special deals and at certain places to see if I can, you know, get stuff cheap. I go to yard sales and thrift stores and I hunt for old retro games, and I use the retro games to get the new stuff. You guys know them. You guys know them all. They do the opposite. You know, they use new stuff to get the old stuff, and I don't do that on this channel. Like, I'm going to be real with you. There's a lot of current gen stuff that's going to be worth money later. If you think about it, yeah, there might be a lot of games like Modern Warfare and Call of Duties and stuff like that that get printed a lot. But there's little titles like this that won't get printed a lot. Stuff like this and other unique like anime titles with Gat Cognac kind of shunned me onto those and starting to collect those for value purposes. I feel like a lot of people are missing it. You know, they're so hyped up about going to get the old stuff when they forget that the new stuff is way better. Yeah, and there might be a lot of stuff that's not on the disc, but I think the discs are going to be worth a lot of money. A lot of people don't really think so, but they will. Like, for example, Borderlands. Borderlands on the PS5 is like $250 new, you know, if you can find it, the white label one. Another rare title, The Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac, I'm sure, is like $100 game. It just seems like there's less being printed now than there was in the early 90s and 80s. It's going to be harder to find God of War Ragnarok than it will be to find Super Mario 64. Only because we're at the transition already of digital gaming. And what that means is less and less games are being printed. Publishers' perspective, they are saving money by not printing the games and releasing them on digital platforms. And they are also controlling how much they can charge for that item, you know, for that game or whatever it is, movies, games. And that's another thing, you know, people are now talking about it. I've been talking about it for a while, trying to get people to like, hey, you know what, get the physical stuff as much as you can. Well, now it's happening with movies, and I guarantee you, sooner or later, like within a few months here, there's going to be a spike in movies. You know, there's going to be a spike in, I mean, you guys already know probably that Dogma on Blu-ray is like worth like $80 because it was, you know, it's a OOP, you know, or True Romance, Quentin Tarantino's first movie. It's starting to go up in value. You know, was it Christopher Nolan and Del Toro? They're talking about how digital media affects them, and that, you know, to have the pure, true sound and the pure, true picture, and for it not to have to render or not have to download and upload, owning the disc is going to be a better solution for you. Grab it while you can. This is Easy Gamer signing out, telling you guys, hey, check out the current stuff because that's really where it's at. Don't stop collecting. I know it's hard out there. You got all these, you know, chase after the right price, buying all this stuff up. You got Collector's Luck offering stuff to trade for. You got, you know, Mr. Right Way out there. You got Cody with a K out there. You got all these people out there looking for stuff. Don't let it tarnish your enthusiasm on collecting, because there's plenty of stuff out there. It may not be retro because they're all grabbing it all up, but there's plenty of current gen out there. So snag it up where you can. If you find a Godzilla, let me know.
You fools! The three of you could have overpowered me with the loss of but one. And now your fate is his.